Starting on Saturday at 12:01 a.m., Ontario will have a 50% capacity limit at all indoor venues that have a capacity of 1,000 people or more. This comes after the recent surge of COVID-19 cases in the province. It's a full-on outbreak for the Raptors, with about half of their roster placed into health and safety protocols.
So the Raptors are down to 5 regular roster players, plus Kem Birch, who's questionable, plus a whole bunch of replacement players, and that's assuming that nobody else tests positive between now
and be limited to 1,000 people in the arena as Ontario sets new rules to help combat the spread of COVID-19. Indoor event venues can have only 1,000 people or 50% capacity.
Opened up a lot of eyes in terms of protocols and what this thing's going to look like going forward.
Where's all the good little girls and boys? Who's ready for Christmas? Oh boy. Soon it'll be time to load the sleigh and get ready for what? Absolutely. Are we doing
ready? Hi, Santa.
Hi, how you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Raise your hand if you're a Raptors fan. Wow, raise both hands. All right. Good morning. Gosh, I'm so happy to be here. Great to see everybody. Are you guys having a good day? Awesome. Oh, we got questions. Let's take a couple questions. Okay. What's your question?
Who's your favorite Raptors player?
I love all of the Raptors equally. Anybody else have any other questions? Whose presents are those? That's a good question. That's a good question. I think the presents are for all of you. We're going to come up here one at a time. You're going to get your presents. We're going to take a picture with me and you and Santa Claus. Good, 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 good. Come on, next. Come on, next. St. Paul's. I love it. Oh yeah, it's PJ Day today, isn't it? Yay, okay, Merry Christmas. Come on up here. Merry Christmas. Oh, good job, Santa. Good job, Merry Christmas to you. Anybody look inside there yet? They got a hat and some headphones for some music.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Is that amazing, Lucas?
Did everybody get a hat? What? Who signed them? Who signed it? Everybody put their hat on and let's take a picture. Okay, listen, really quickly. Make sure during this Christmas time you're super kind to everybody. Be extra nice. Everybody just try to show a lot of extra kindness here during these times, okay? Everybody knows what that is. I want to thank you for letting me come here today. Thank you for being Raptors fans, okay? And I want to wish you all Merry Christmas, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you, Santa. All right, let's rock and roll.
Ontario will have a 50% capacity limit at all indoor venues that have a capacity of 1,000 people or more. This comes after the recent surge of COVID-19 cases in the province. Raptors news, Gary Trent Jr. has entered the NBA's health and safety protocols, joining teammates Pascal Siakam and Delano Banks. COVID concerns for the Toronto Raptors. The team has placed Fred VanVleet, Scotty Barnes, Precious Achiuwa, Malachi Flynn on the health and safety list. Full-on outbreak for the Raptors, with about half of their roster placed into health and safety protocols.
Well, right now the Raptors are very much taking this day by day. They've shut down all team practices to mitigate risk of further exposure and spread. Guys have been coming in individually to get their work in with assistant coaches. They've basically gone back to the protocol that they were following earlier in the pandemic.
Game between the Raptors and Bulls has been postponed due to Toronto not having the required 8 players available. OG Anunoby became the 8th Raptor to enter health and safety protocols earlier today. The Raptors also had their game against Orlando postponed on Monday, while Chicago's COVID issues caused last Thursday's meeting between these teams to be postponed.
Nonetheless, I think this outbreak has opened up a lot of eyes in terms of protocols and what this thing's going to look like going forward.
2 o'clock, early afternoon, Nick Nurse finds out everybody cleared protocols, and that meant that there were 4 new Toronto Raptors signed to a 10-day.
We always got to assume the game's going on, and we're working and doing our prep. I did my normal prep for Cleveland, but also did a lot of film watching of our new guys, you know, to try to learn as much about them as I can. Watched a lot of tape of those 4 guys, so just trying to get familiar and see how I can put them in, you know, a position to succeed here tonight. We'll see what we got here. I mean, I think for the 8 guys we got, our roster's okay, balanced out. We should have a good backup point guard and a wing player and a center, kind of one of each position, to be able to rotate in there.
A Sunday night from Cleveland, Ohio. The Toronto Raptors haven't played since December the 18th. And of course, the Raptors with 4 rostered players.
We haven't done a thing since our last game. Hopefully we're fresh and we're ready to go, and we'll probably have to rotate guys in and out of there pretty good, but we'll take it from there. What I do want to do is let them go out there and play, and it's a great opportunity for them and for them to shine and think about playing hard. That's going to be the name of the game tonight.
DJ Wilson backing in, spins, fades, shot good.
It's definitely a learning experience tonight. We handled it as best as possible. We can just do nothing but grow from this. Hopefully things will come along and the good things can roll over into the 28th when we play Philly.
That'll do it. A tough night, and the Raptors in a very difficult situation.
Half of your available roster, you've hardly met any of them before. I think the battle early was the most important thing because that was the expectation to come out and play hard.
I was out there to win the basketball game. I thought we did the best we could do, but it is what it is. The situation is kind of crazy. At least we fought and we competed for 48.
We want to build a culture of playing defense and sharing the basketball, and as guys trickle back, we're going to have to strive to get back to that.
The Raptors back at Scotiabank Arena for a 4-game homestand, and more importantly, Raptors back in general, back in the mix and out of protocol and able to contribute against the Philadelphia 76ers tonight.
It seems to me that around the league and the rest of them, you're not hearing some of the same things you were hearing a year ago. I'm confident that once this thing passes here this week, we should be okay and get up to speed pretty quickly.
That's what we got.
What's dinner last game?
Hey man, this is all we got. Play hard. You know what I mean? If you don't know nothing, just ask. And if we don't do nothing today, we're gonna play hard. I don't care if you don't know the play. I don't know if you don't know the play, don't know what's going on. We play hard and we're gonna take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? So let's stay together, play hard, let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win.
Malachi Flynn is back. Gary Trent Jr. is back as well. Yuta Watanabe, second consecutive start. Pascal Siakam is back as well. Great to see Pascal. And Chris Boucher in the middle.
Say it one more time, Matt. It's nice to hear some of those names, isn't it?
Back. You got it, right?
There's nothing we can do really. Like there's not time to wait. You know, like we're in a position where we need, like, every game is important. We need to win. So I just think that, you know, it doesn't allow us to be, you know, feeling some type of way. We got to end of the day, we got to go out there and got to perform.
Limited to 50% capacity here at Scotiabank Arena. I don't know if they'll get to that number here on this night. And Pascal lines up and sticks it.
It was certainly a night for them to get conditioning. The biggest thing is I thought they played really hard on defense, and I thought they continued to try to carry the load on offense. Pascal, I thought, really had a good offensive game. He was making plays, making passes, making ball screens and handoffs.
Gary Trent Jr. knocks it down.
Both those guys obviously played almost 42 minutes apiece. No doubt they were tired. They'd be tired under normal circumstances, but under these circumstances, they were pretty gassed, I would imagine. Not going to get much out of those two guys in practice, but it'll be nice to welcome, I think, a couple other guys back as well.
It feels good to have, a couple guys back, and just seeing Gary and Pascal back now, it feels good knowing that Fred and Scotty are coming back too, and Precious, and so we'll have our team full soon. And after a battle like today, I think it's just gonna show us how close we are to be really a good team.
Raptors fall to Philadelphia, but what an effort by Watanabe, Siakam, Boucher, Trent Jr., Flynn, Oturu, Mihailuk, Waters, and Wilson.
Let's have a beat right there.
Obviously, it's probably take some time for me to work myself back, but it feels much more doable than it did last year. So hopefully the worst is behind me personally. I can't speak for anybody else, but it wasn't too bad this time around.
Trying to get in the swing of things, catch your rhythm back, little things, trying to catch the basketball, slipping out your fingers, dribbling off your foot, just little things from just a little rust of not touching the basketball for 10 days. But, get better every day, keep on working, we'll get the rhythm back. We really haven't had the opportunity for everybody to click at one time, whether it's injuries, protocol, that type of things. Finally can get the full swing of things and everybody in, full throttle, everybody's healthy, so just stay at it, keep knocking at the door until we knock it down, we'll be fine.
These guys are pros in their own right. They're playing at different levels. It's a lot of G League guys, some overseas guys, some old vets. And I just, I felt appreciative that we were able to do that, because there was a time when we just shut the whole season down and there was no basketball. So obviously I think we're in definitely a transitional period of the NBA of kind of, figuring out what's the next chapter of the league gonna look like. And for this time being right now, with guys being out and them wanting to keep the games going, this is what we got. So I think all of those guys deserve some credit. I just wanted to salute them.
Out of Ontario, starting Friday, the Maple Leafs, Raptors, Sens, and other sports teams in the province will all be limited to 1,000 people in the arena as Ontario sets new rules to help combat the spread of COVID-19. Indoor event venues can have only 1,000 people or 50% capacity, whichever is last.
Work a little too hard for my liking. Fake it till you make it. Let's go! There you go, they're screaming for us, y'all. There you go, they're screaming for us, y'all. Look at them fans going crazy, y'all. Man. Yeah, let's get it, man. All we got is each other out there tonight. Bring your own energy. If you ain't got no energy, fake that shit till you find something. Let's go out there and make that shit happen. Make that shit happen. No excuses. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Happy New Los Angeles Clippers are in town getting set to take on your Toronto Raptors, and the Raptors getting close to being all back together in a surreal scene here in Toronto.
They're going to have to find their own energy and way to juice themselves up.
Probably played just as much, if not more, fanless basketball than we have packed stadium. It is what it is. I'm not going to make too many excuses or dwell on the challenges and the adversity that we're facing. We'll try to get as many wins as we can in this building. Fans or no fans, we got to go out there and play basketball. That's our job, and so we'll show up and do the best we can.
OG with the steal. Great read by Anunoby in the slam dunk.
I miss those guys out there, and I think we haven't had the opportunity to be all together out there. We missed Scotty tonight. Just continue to work. And it felt good tonight to have most of everyone out there, and just seeing how we can play together.
Van Vliet, Trent, and here's Siakam with a double clutch jam, and the Raptors up by 4.
A lot has happened between wins. The other night I was so anxious. Some guys were right on the border of being available or not. I really wanted them to play to get this game out of their system. We'll make some progress like we've done all year, Doug. Every time we've got a whole new look. It takes us a moment to kind of regather the chemistry and some of that stuff. So it's good to get it over with and still get a win.
Raptors are going to come away with this victory, and how sweet it is to end the 2021 calendar year with a W.
Brother, I see you, yes, sir. Trying to get back at it. I'm trying to say it again.
Yes, sir, Freddie. Good job. Good job, man. Hey, it's not always easy, but it's a W. Let's go, Raps. 1, 2, 3, Raps.